You're missing the target from there, you want bloody shooting! Oh, it's crap. Oh, it's bloody rubbish! It's rubbish!
But how do you react, though, when someone, you know, from your playing staff comes in and says, boss, I think you're doing this wrongly?
Good. Well, I ask him which way he thinks it should be done. We get down to it, and then we talk about it for 20 minutes, and then we decide I was right.
Hey there, good morning everyone, Long-Haired Yeti here, your favourite Yeti. Unless you know any other Yetis, you might actually have other Yetis. You might be cheating on me with another Yeti, I don't know. Suppose we'll find that out eventually. First thing I want to say is massive congratulations to my dude Hot Fuzz, Man United channel. Make sure you check out his channel, Hot Fuzz 44. There's great Man United content. Go on the show with him every now and then, and you know, you got to check him out, man, because he's awesome. Well done on 100, and you'll definitely get further than that, mate, I think. Right, if you keep doing what you're doing, then you're gonna go a long way. And that reminds me of an old Milky Way advert. I think it was it Milky Way? I don't know if it was something like that. You'll go a long way. Anyway, right, on to, well, there's been some good football, actually. There's been some really good football. I watched the Wolves Liverpool game. I thought it was a really, really good game. Wolves, if they could finish, could have had Liverpool out of the way in the first half. But then again, it's Liverpool, so they're always going to come back at you at some point. They've got the quality to come back at you and put you to the sword, and that's exactly what they did. And that's where Wolves are going to struggle, because, I mean, I don't know what Cunha was doing. I mean, Pedro Neto was on a different planet. He's still at Wolves and not with one of the big boys. I have no idea. But what Cunha was doing, I don't know. He looked like some kind of demented pigeon or something. I mean, you know, make your mind up. You're either going to head it or kick it. You can't do both, you know. Absolutely ridiculous. It looks absolutely mental what he's done. Then you've got on to Man United Brighton. Man United started really well. I was quite impressed actually with United at the start, and that Højlund looks a player. I think you've got something there, 100%. If you can get the ball up to him, he just looks like he's got that special something to me anyway. And then all of a sudden Brighton turned up, and as soon as Brighton turned up, it was kind of yeah, we own Old Trafford today, I'm afraid. Brighton was on another level. As soon as they got it going, they was on another level. Started overloading that midfield, and it was on another level. Their mentality was there. You know, De Zerbi's got them all playing for him. I tell you what, be worried about Brighton, guys, because I know everybody keeps saying that they, you know, they've just not got what it takes and all this, that, and the other. If they keep doing that, then they've got what it takes. So I would be worried about that, to be honest. Then you've got the next games was Man City, West Ham. I believe West Ham scored first. I only managed to watch the actual highlights for this one. But West Ham scored first. You had all the usual fucking blather about Haaland can't score. He can't score. He's finished. His career's done. He's absolutely finished. And then all of a sudden, he does what he does. I mean, I don't know why we always get onto this thing when a player don't score for like 10 minutes and it's like, oh, he's done, he's had it, he's never going to be the same again, he'll never be the same player again, he's finished, he might as well hang up his boots right now and all this. It's just shut up, man, just shut up, really. I mean, come on, it's just, that's not going to be the case at all, is it? Let's face it. So anyway, from that, you got Fulham Luton. Fulham made hard work of that, actually. It took a good while before they actually managed to make the breakthrough, and Luton had one chance from Calvin. I forgot his second name. From Calvin something, a volley, and he was in the clear. He was on his own. If he'd have hit the target, it's more likely a goal because he smashed it. But, he didn't, so Fulham lose again, unfortunately. Tottenham, Sheffield United. Sheffield United was in the lead for ages. And then, because I was looking at it and I was thinking, oh man, are Tottenham back? Are Tottenham really back? And then up steps the pigeon to steal the bread and poo all over your car window screen. And, poos all over the Sheffield car window screens. And, he grabs his goal, and then Kulusevski grabs another beautiful goal at the end. So Tottenham are still in the race. So they look all right. Actually, I think people are underestimating them a little bit, to be honest. Said Man City, they did what Man City do, basically. Palace was another one with Aston Villa. There was 1-0 up for a good while. And then all of a sudden Aston Villa turned it on, because I was thinking, oh yeah, everyone's been like lording Villa up, but they're struggling to pass at home. But then they turned it on, and Villa looked decent. They do really look decent. On to the last game of the day, Newcastle Brentford. Personally thought that it was a bit cocky with the lineup from Eddie Howe, having Longstaff and Anderson in the midfield. Should have been Tonali, in my opinion. But, he's got a Champions League game coming up, which is fair enough. But you want to make sure you're the manager for the team when it comes, mate, basically. So make sure you're doing the right thing for your team in the game. Thought Brentford was decent. The finishing wasn't great yesterday. Pope was there most of the time when they did get a decent chance. It was an alright game, actually. It was quite exciting game to watch. Newcastle really got to step it up. They got 3 points, but for me, they've got to step it up from a penalty, and they deserved the penalty. Harvey Barnes played the best game I've seen him play for Newcastle yet. He was absolutely outstanding. Absolute brilliant player. Right, anyway, so that brings us to today. You've got Bournemouth, Chelsea. It's time Chelsea started to get things sorted and pick up points. So this one's going to be interesting, because Bournemouth ain't no easy ride. There ain't an easy ride in the Premier League. As soon as you start looking at teams as easy rides, your mentality ain't there, and they'll just take you apart. So you never look at a team as an easy ride. But Chelsea, for me, I think they signed another midfielder the other day. They obviously need a 9. Nick Jackson, yeah, he's all right, but he ain't a 9. When I was watching Ireland yesterday, you could see a 9. They smell the danger and they go for it. Nick Jackson don't do that. That's why Sterling ends up taking shots that are stupid against 3 players. But anyway, that's that. So anyway, should be a good game. Whether Chelsea will actually, be something in this game, or whether Bournemouth will take the points, I don't know. It's a weird one. I'm not quite sure. Everton Arsenal, right? Well, where Everton Arsenal is concerned, Arsenal are saying that it's a tough one and all this, that, and the other. But the same team is saying that who they're going to get in the next round of the Champions League when they're not even out of the group yet. So, you can't be worried about Everton and not worried about actual champions that you're playing. But anyway, that's their bag, not mine. Everton. I thought they played well the last game. Will they have enough for Arsenal? I don't know, because to be honest, you never know which Arsenal's coming out. I mean, you could have Win up front and a fucking new dog called fucking, Score in the midfield. You never know with this twat Arteta. To be honest, you don't know what he's gonna do. But I can see an Arsenal win. To be fair. Just viewing on players and what players each team's got and things like that, I'd say an Arsenal win, to be honest. Right, on to the matter at hand, which is the Reds, Nottingham Forest versus Burnley, which is on tomorrow night, which I'm really looking forward to. I don't discount Burnley in any way, shape or form. I don't discount any team, because I think that's a real stupid way of being. And if you don't want to approach a game like that, and you certainly don't want your players approaching a game like that, because we've seen it time and time again. You approach a game like that, you lose, because the other team will be up for it far more than you are. You already think you've won, and the other team can see that that's what you're thinking. So as soon as they know that's what you're thinking, bit same as our game against Arsenal in the first game of the season. We could tell that Arsenal thought we don't need to do anything now. We've won this. They did win that. But the fact of the matter is you dropped your standards and we picked ours up. So it's never a good thing to do that, not in my opinion anyway. Right, anyway, on to Burnley. I don't know that much. The only thing I know really about Burnley is when we was actually in the Championship and we had some cracking games. We had some really good games with them. But other than that, I mean, the biggest danger I would say is normally a danger to us is Connor Roberts. Getting in on that far post, near post, and getting the header. Because, I mean, he's lethal. He's lethal in the air. If he manages to keep doing that, then, we've got to get 3 points out of this game. I don't care. People, I've seen people saying, "Oh, it's early days, so it's not that important," and all that. I don't give a toss. I couldn't give a flying rat's wanking ass how early days it is. This is the City ground. We've got to turn the City ground into a fortress. Yeah. There's none of this, it's early days, so it don't matter if we... No, it does. The cup, no. The actual cup don't matter, no. The fact that it was at home did matter. Because, like I say, we need to turn this ground into a fucking fortress. If we're going to stand any chance of doing good stuff in this league, we've got to turn this ground into a fortress again like we did last season. As for... with Burnley, got Redmond, who can be good on his day, and that Zaroury. I've always rated that Zaroury, so he'd be another one I'd be sort of worried about. The others I'm not too sure about, to be honest. I've never heard of half of them. I think a lot of them are just players he's bought in from Belgium. So it's going to be an interesting one, but for me, we've got to win it. Hopefully we get to see the new guys. I really do hope we get to see the new guys playing Dominguez, Sangari, Divock Origi. Hopefully he gets a bit of a shot. Hopefully Awoniyi is still smashing them in. They've all been and had really good international breaks, and they've all played really well for their teams as well, including Mangala. So, I mean... It's down to us, and we've got to go there tomorrow night. We've got to go there. We've got to go there to our own ground. Yeah, all right. We've got to turn up at the ground tomorrow with the mentality that, sorry, Burnley, not today. We're not selling any milk. We're not buying milk today, Burnley. We're not having it. So one thing I will say is Burnley, along with... You've probably got the most boring badge I think I've ever seen in my life. Sorry about that, but it does actually bore me. I actually find myself sitting there. It would be a cure for insomnia looking at that badge. But anyway, that's a totally different story. Like I say, make sure you're subbing to Hot Fuzz, 800 the other day. Absolute quality guy, yeah. So make sure you're subbing to him. He's a little Man United channel, but he knows what he's talking about. Very informative, and he's a good laugh. He's a good lad. So make sure you are going over and following him. Me, I'm on to 73 subscribers, which is absolutely phenomenal for me. And 74 by the end of the year would be nice. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And I'll tell you what, guys, all of you have an absolutely awesome day. Yeti out.